Hey everybody, Dawn McGee here, your wellness strategist and nutrition evangelist. We are wrapping up our Back to Basics month. This is the last Thursday in September, and it, I couldn't finish it up without talking about stress, right? Because everybody has it, everybody deals with it. The question is, how do you manage it for better health? Now, I am not going to sit here and pretend that it's easy. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that the world doesn't feel really heavy right now. Regardless of what you think about things, it feels heavy. And so that causes stress. Why do we care? Why am I talking about stress? Well, it impacts every aspect of our life. From our personal health, raises our cortisol, increases inflammation, causes us to not be able to think clearly about things that we want to do and enjoy. And from our business perspective, if we're stressed, regardless of the cause, it has a similar impact. We're not able to move into planning mode. We're constantly in react mode, and the consequences just aren't good. So let's talk about stress. I think we all know it's not a good thing. The question is, what do we do about it? So, long term effects of stress, not good. Managing it, good. So, whoever said life is 10% about what happens to you and 90% of how you respond to it, well, that applies to stress as well. Super important that you are responding to things that happen instead of reacting to them. Now, I am not the most patient person in the world, so these are things that I have had to learn in my personal life and in my business life. I am um, really quick to act and really quick to make decisions, and sometimes, just yesterday, in fact, I had to say, you know what, Dawn? Stop, pause, put that aside, come back to it tomorrow. Now, I'm making it sound really easy, but let me tell you, I had to say that to myself dozens of times yesterday. I'm working on updating my email sequence for my newsletter subscribers, and I'm eager to get it done and updated and freshened up. And so I was working on it, but it wasn't quite right. And so I had to put it aside and do something else. And even though I kept wanting to get it done, because I love to check things off my to do list, who doesn't? I still needed to sleep on it and put it aside. And even more, what my coach advised me to do was work on it, put it aside, work on it, and then let it sit while I'm gone on my trip next month. Because what happens is when I'm away is my creative juices start to flow. And so it's important for our stress management to build in intentional breaks. Now, not everybody is going to go take a 2 week trip. I don't do that very often either. I'm super excited about it. I'm really, really looking forward to seeing what pops up in my brain when I step out of my usual environment and away from the day to day stuff so that I can come back and be more impactful for my clients and everybody that I interact with. Now, we can build in daily stepaways. I think if you've been following me for any length of time, you know that I build in a daily walk, and I really try not to give that up. It really has to be something really big for me to give up one of my daily walks. I try to do two, a half hour at lunchtime and a half hour at the end of my day. It's really good intentional breaks. And even though it may feel like I can't afford to take that much time away because there's so many things that I have to do, that I want to do, that I want to get done, you may be feeling this too. I promise you that if you step away, when you step away, you will come back just feeling a little bit more refreshed and a little bit better able to see things from a different perspective, whatever that looks like for you. It may be the kids, it may be your job, it may be your business, it may be your health, it may be any number of things that you're sort of spinning on, step away. If there's one thing that I would love for you to introduce following this video is build in some intentional time away. And that doesn't mean answer your emails and catch up on phone calls while you're out for your walk. No, it means doing something completely different. And if you truly can't afford to take half an hour away, start with 15 minutes and build up from there, because I promise it will pay you dividends. The other thing that I love to recommend to my clients is make sure that you are breathing. You've heard me say this dozens of times. Dawn, of course we breathe. Intentional breaths, deep breaths, full breaths. It forces you to pause and slow down, and it matters and it makes a difference. So I hope that this was helpful for you. Starting in October, you'll be following along with some of my travels, and we're going to talk about why that matters as well. So, as always, what I hope for you is that you live a life you love without giving up the things that bring you joy. Until next week, ciao.